Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Okewo Emmanuel, and this is my presentation for my job interview presentation. So this is my agenda for the presentation, and yeah, to the introduction. I am an agile delivery manager, and I am required to communicate with different teams and individuals, so as to ensure I'm always available to attend to their needs and concerns. And also, I believe it's part of my job to ensure fast and quick delivery of projects to project owners and customers. And also, I've learned to adapt to any change. And most importantly, I believe transparency in communication is very important and tracking of progress too. So I'll move to my visions and goals. So these are my visions: transparency and communication, which is very important. In continuous improvement, then customer-centric delivery. It means we put our customers' needs first. Then to our goals, we facilitate. I facilitate agile processes, remove impediments, stakeholders engagement, which is also important because we need to keep them engaged. Matrix and reporting, the risk management. And also, I believe I'm a skilled person and I focus on making things happen. I'm responsible for ensuring teams have everything they need to succeed. All right, so now to the project and to the assignment given to us by Mr. DG on chat, and these are my screenshots. So these are the 10 questions we asked to answer, and this is the screenshot of my profile page. Then these are the screenshot. This is a screenshot of the setup of Azure board from scratch. And this is I'm very sure we follow this step by step this step by step process. You are like you succeed. And this is for waterfall and agile methodology. One thing I believe about agile and agile methodology and waterfall is agile meets customer satisfaction, and that's because it emphasizes on flexibility and it guides and is guided by people's manifesto. While waterfall has a clear structure. So that's for agile, and so it's a lot of screenshots. So I have to like skip all of this to the next one. All right. So the next task is my screenshots from iOS classes. So this is in the screenshot of my stakeholders register I created in one of his classes. This is racing matrix. I got this template online, but I had to like make some adjustment based on my preference. And this is my first class and my first class work from VCU, the flow chart. This is the second assignment. Then this is for MS projects, the Gantt chart, my first assignment. Second assignment, obviously, this is better. Well, the third one is better than the previous two. So this is third assignment for the Gantt chart. And this is the continuation. Then this is the screenshot from ClickUp from the last class. Same thing. And we asked to like create a professional summary, a summary about brilliant project management. And this is my own slide. This is a screenshot of my slide from the summary. So it's a lot of screenshots. So I have to skip from chapter 1 to 10. All right. So yeah, these are the screenshots from our Excel class.
1 minute left.
Yeah, this is for VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, XLOOKUPs, if all and all, average ifs, nested ifs, and mixed data, and so on and so forth. This is for pivot table, and this was the assignment given to us. So my contributions to the sprint. This is the Azure board created by Team Binary. I'm not supposed to include this too, but I had to include this so as to show that I know how to read the board as an EDM and all. So this is the screenshot from the Gantt chart I created for sprint 3. And this is the screenshot for the Gantt chart for sprint 5, because I'm the lead for sprint 5 too. Then this is my mind map. And this is my slide from sprint 3 all the way
Time's up.
All right, and this is my conclusion. My approach emphasizes on strong stakeholders engagement, which is, like I said, which is very important because we need to get them involved, improve continuous improvement, and we foster culture of transparency, which is also important. All right, so that will bring us to the end of the slide. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening. My name is Adesola Ali, and I'm a project manager, and I'm part of Team Binary. And this is my end of program presentation. So the agenda of my presentation, I will first talk about my experiences in terms of what I've learned in the past and the skills that I've gained that I believe assist me in becoming equipped as a project manager. And then I will talk about the projects that I worked on within this intern. And then I will show screenshots from my Chatter's blog, illustrating the knowledge that I have on the subject of project management, as I believe I'm on the road to becoming a subject matter expert. So first of all, I have around 5 years experience within the hospitality and retail industry. And my roles within these industries were very customer-centered. So I dealt with customers on a daily basis by assisting them with their needs and handling their inquiries. So with that, I was able to gain people skills such as communication skills and problem solving, which I believe is very important to have as a project manager, because you need to be a people's person as a project manager. And of course, from time to time, you be dealing with impediments, which is why having problem solving skills is very essential. I also have experience in the logistics sector, where I gained an insight into the operations, into the daily operations and supply chain of several companies. And this also relates to project management, because the core responsibility of a project manager is to deal with the day-to-day activities of a project. And also I have entrepreneurship experience where I was catering at events. And with that, I learned that, of course, your product has to be good, but my ability to deliver excellent service too was very important. So due to this, I had to exercise effective planning, and I had to have excellent organization skills, which also is a very essential skill to have as a project manager. So moving on, I can confidently say that I am proficient in Microsoft 365 because I use these applications during university. And of course, using them within this intern was also very beneficial, especially when learning more about Excel. And within uni, I worked on several team presentations and projects. So I also have team working skills. And due to me writing several reports and also again delivering several presentations, I could say that I have professional verbal and written skills. And of course, everyone knows as university, you have a lot of deadlines. So with that, I was able to gain time management skills, which all of these skills are also essential as a project manager. So on this intern, I worked on the long reach and the project legacy project. So by leading for 2 weeks, with that, I gained some experience of leadership skills. And I'm happy that my team, my PM team and I, the PM team and I, we worked together on every task given to us. So collaboration was exercised too. But my favorite project was the legacy project, because that was where I mostly learned what being a project manager is about. So due to that, I can confidently say that I know how to create a stakeholder register and engagement plan. And
1 minute left.
And this is one I created for the legacy projects. That's the second half. And I can also say that I know how to create a project brief. That's the second part of it. And this is a screenshot from my Chatter's blog. Here I talked about how to create an account with MS Projects. Here I talked about the difference between waterfall and agile methods in project management. Here I spoke about the Prince2 methodology there as well. And one course that really got me through this intern with every challenge that I experienced was a problem is merely an opportunity in disguise. And having this at the back of my mind really helped me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It was sort of related professional to background of electrical electronics engineering, a highly skilled and detailed technical operator with years of experience in maintaining and managing complex systems, now transitioning into agile project management and recognized for excellence, problem-solving activities, exceptional communication skills, and strong technical skills. And I also know how to apply the agile methodology to drive in project efficiency and simulate team collaboration, which I did most. I contributed that in the two teams I'm working with currently, which is Team Agile and Team Binary. So the next one is the charters. Oh. Okay, the next one, the charters, I answered the 10 questions that was asked, which I'll just go through. I've sent them to the link sent. So that's it. So I will go to the end of project reports now. Okay, there's the project name SharePoint, the first one, the purpose of the project is develop, which is this, and to just develop the SharePoint portal for this sprint one. This project, I worked with Team Binary for this project. So before we were told to work with both Agile and Binary. For sprint one, number of PBIs completed was 16. This sprint, nothing much was done from my side because we were still getting used to the system, but I was just trying to carry everybody along. Then for sprint two, which things were done, I ensured the Scrum ceremonies during the sprint, which is the sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and ritual. They are done accordingly. And in addition to that, all impediments escalated to me were removed and documented. And this is the impediment log I created. Then to the long reach project, which is the sprint 3. For the sprint 3, number of projects, number of PPIs planned, 30 for Agile, completed 29, Binary 5 completed new, because of the issue we had with developer. So this one, I still worked more myself, make sure I made things happen, ensure the teams have everything they need to succeed. And I started applying, I created the Gantt chart, which is, though it wasn't professional then, but I'm still getting used to it. Then this is the Gantt chart. For sprint 4, same thing, which I added some PBS, some impediments to the impediment log and closed. Then for sprint 4, for Agile, we had 9 PBIs, 6 completed, Binary 7, 3 completed. Then in addition to my duties, I also developed a read log, and I still developed a well-detailed project plan using my MS projects. And this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it.
1 minute left.
Then this is the way. Okay. During our session with Ayo, he gave us some tasks which will be shown below. This is the stakeholders plan. This is the project brief. This is the change control process, and he gave us a class exercise, we are to interpret it using Microsoft Visio, and this is what I interpreted. This is it. Then risk management process. That's the next one. Issue management process. The next one. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
And, all right then, good evening, everybody. My name is Onome. Well, Onome Etim as at the start of the program, but I'm in the middle of a name change, so bear with me. All right, so this evening I'll be taking you through these key things, so elevator pitch, and then I'll share the screenshots from the blog post that I put up on Chattans and the task I've completed on the program. All right, so my name is Onome, and I'm a strategic project manager with 2 years experience working with public and private sector organizations to deliver multiple high quality projects, whether that's clinical projects. I've mostly worked on clinical projects, digital projects, service improvement projects, and the likes. I'm experienced in facilitating agile working culture among technical and non-technical teams. And I do that through excellent team leadership, meticulous monitoring of project activities, and effective stakeholder engagement. I have proven success in managing people, processes, and principles to help organizations improve their business operations and to deliver impactful products or services. Now, in the next couple of slides, I will be breezing through some of the articles that I posted on the Chattans site. So the first thing on my list is a step-by-step guide to set up Microsoft projects. These are the titles, so if you do want to have a read, you can just type in the titles on Chattans and it should come up. Next thing is the project charter on how to set it up. And then I wrote about risk management, pretty easy, effective risk management and mitigation. Then I wrote about project success and what makes a project a success. What does a successful project look like? So I talked about that. And then I explained what a work breakdown structure is. Then I also talked about managing project timelines and milestones. All right then, so now to the main thing for the day, which is showing you all the tasks that I've completed on the program. I successfully I finished reading the Brilliant Project Management book. It's a fantastic book, and I certainly recommend this for anyone, or mostly project managers, but anyone can have a read. And one of the things that we did on the program was to deliver presentations on the different chapters. I couldn't put in all my presentations. Yes, I just did a screenshot of one of them. So they're usually very brief, just like 4 pages to explain the different chapters. And then one of the things that I learned to do on the program was to create swim lanes, which is something that I didn't know prior. So I created the DA task swim lanes with the help of the SMs on my team Agile, by the way. And then one thing that we did was we worked on a project called Project Legacy, and I created a project brief. I also developed stakeholder register. So this is my stakeholder matrix on the right, and on the left is the stakeholder communication plan. Then I had a go at developing a RACI matrix, which is basically to show who's responsible for what, who's accountable for what, who's to be consulted or who's to be informed, essentially just, for project governance. One thing that was very interesting that I did was to use Visio to design a process map. So this is one of them that I did, and this is also another one. This one was for development process map. The first one, or the initial one rather, is a change process map, and this is a development process map.
1 minute left.
Thank you. And then I designed a project plan or schedule, depending on, some people tend to interchange the two terms. But I designed this using Microsoft Project and also learned how to design same on ClickUp. All right, that's everything from me. Thank you very much.
Oludea. My name is Catherine Oludea, a project manager from Team Agile. I'll go straight to the profile summary. So I'm a dynamic and results driven personnel with experience in customer relations, project management, and investment analysis. And with the unique blend that I've owned through experiences in various high pressure environments, from architectural firms to stockbroking and project management. Okay. I have a master's degree in accounting and finance, where I graduated with a distinction, and I have a solid foundation in financial analysis and strategy. My career has been a testament to my commitment and excellence and adaptability. My experience as a project manager at Blue Sky Citadel highlights my proficiency in project planning, risk management, and team coordination. I successfully collaborated with project managers to achieve project goals, monitored progress, and ensured adherence to quality standards, contributing to the successful execution of key initiatives. As an investment analyst, I ensure compliance with regulatory standards and enhance client investment outcomes through meticulous analysis and strategic recommendations. My experience in customer relations and project administration further underscores my adaptability and commitment to excellence. At my experience as a project administrative personnel in an architectural firm, coupled with my experience as a customer relations executive, I learned the importance of client satisfaction, effective communication, and operational efficiency, elements that I've carried throughout my career, whether managing clients, coordinating project activities, or optimizing financial transactions. I have always aimed to exceed expectations and drive positive outcomes. I bring a comprehensive skill set that includes proficiency in project management tools such as Azure DevOps, Microsoft Project, and Microsoft Visio, along with a strong command of Microsoft Office. My technical writing skills, attention to detail, and ability to effectively prioritize tasks complement my strong communication and organizational abilities. My empathetic nature combined with the ability to maintain composure under pressure makes me a valuable team player and a reliable leader. Driven by this, I've earned the Google Career Certification in project management, and I'm now seeking to leverage my experience and expertise in a fast-paced and progressive organization like yours. Thank you very much. So here I tried to create I would say a mind map, but I'll call it a roadmap of my profile summary. And because it wasn't clear, I just sort of like created it on a PowerPoint presentation. And these are what I worked. These are the things I did on Chattons. Here it talks about the role of PM and how it differs from the Scrum Masters. Here it talks about the PM methodology that I'm used to, that's Agile. And here it talks about how to foster a culture of collaboration and continuous improvement within a team, resource allocation and capacity, risk management, identification and mitigation, project success and what makes a project successful, how to manage realistic project timeline and milestone. Here it talks about the work breakdown structure and its importance. I talked about scope creep. Here the project chart and how to create one. And here talks about one of my favorite Microsoft's my PM methodological tools, which is Microsoft Visio. I worked with this SM to work with it. I worked with the SM with the attendance tracker. I created a stream development progress with the help of our mentor Ayokongi. I created the project brief, erasing metrics, talking about who's responsible, accountable, who should be consulted or informed for a particular task. And here the lessons learned log, and here the stakeholder management, how to manage stakeholders, who should be informed, who should be informed on a weekly basis, twice weekly on a daily basis. And here we talked about and presented the book Brilliant Project Management, downloaded the application Microsoft Project, Microsoft Visio, the collaborative tool, and Miro. And thank you very much. Sorry about that.
Good evening. My name is Damilare Omolere. I haven't really put much together because I've had some personal challenges. Then I've had some constraints with some of the tools I use. Some of them they're not working. I don't know why. I've tried everything to make them work, but this is just the best I could put together for now. I have the rest of my screenshot and all the personal tasks. I have them stashed in folder on my computer, but right now I can't integrate them into the whole slide. So my profile statements, I possess a unique combination of skills and experiences that enable me to excel in the field of project management. My background in project management in construction, as well as land surveying, coupled with excellent communication, problem solving, and international skills, allows me to collaborate effectively with teams and stakeholders. So I have my first degree in land surveying and geographic information systems, which has provided a lot of insight into project management and construction. And presently, I work in the capacity of a site operative in construction with the hope of integrating it into project management and becoming a seasoned project manager. So throughout my internship, I have demonstrated adaptability, a strong work ethic, and a commitment to delivering results. My passion for continuous improvement drives me to contribute positively to organization success, leveraging my knowledge of project management methodologies and tools to ensure project success. So during the course of my internship, I used tools like MS Visio, MS Project, Excel, PowerPoint, and ClickUp. During the span of my internship as well, I also personally developed a comprehensive project brief, project log, according to the assignment given to us. Then stakeholder strategy and strict strategic engagement plan, change control process, among others. So then during the course of the internship, we were asked to review a particular book, The Brilliant Project Management. So I put some of the tasks, some of the reviews, I put them in the slide. So these are risks and issue management. They went up to productive meetings, then the upshot of productive meetings, how it should go, how it should be run, how meetings should be run, how meetings are only as good as how it's prepared for. Then how a project manager should have an excellent facilitation skills, how to bring people together to work as a team. Then, okay, the summary of that. Then making use of lessons learned, how lessons that you learn, you learn during the course of the last project can provide some excellent pointers for the next or for the project at hand, which also includes the success stories of past projects and all that. Then how to put those lessons to practical use. These are they are highlighted here. Then the journey to brilliant project management, all that is expected of a brilliant project manager, all that you should put together in order to make things work as a project manager. Then all the seven habits of a project managers. Couldn't put everything in here. I just put a few of the some of the chapters, like 4 or 5 chapters or so. Then went on during the sprint, these are some of the things we did during the sprint. I only put some of them here.
1 minute left.
I only put some of them here as well. So these are some of the tasks we did, lessons learned and all that. Then screenshot of the website that we developed. So I have, like I said, I have all my tasks and everything in a folder. I don't know if there's a way for me to be, maybe if I resolve the whole issue as soon as possible, I can find a way to upload them. Then the impediment and mitigations that we encountered during the sprint. Then okay, the e-commerce website, then the project manager's role and everything. Then these are the tools we use: MS Project, MS Excel, PowerPoint, Visio, ClickUp, Azure DevOps. And some of the tasks we did as well. some of the things we developed. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Esisolu from Juliana. I am a detail-oriented project manager with a passion for data-driven insights. I specialize in analyzing project metrics, identifying process improvements, and ensuring successful project delivery. I successfully execute, manage, and complete projects that align with business goals. I collaborate with stakeholders to ensure projects and objectives are clear. I track, review, and manage the oversight of projects. As a diligent project manager, I provide visibility into project status and details to all relevant stakeholders. I adhere to project management methodology and utilize appropriate technology. I develop and maintain standardized project management processes. I review, measure project based on predefined success criteria. As a project manager, I play a crucial role in planning, executing, and overseeing projects. As a highly motivated, strategic, and result-oriented project manager who has developed a diverse skill set to meet the ever-changing requirements within the industry, such as the use of MS Project, RECI, creating project brief, stakeholders register, stakeholders map, and vast in the use of Visio, vast in the knowledge of Prince 2 methodology, amongst others. In addition to this, I am responsible for creating detailed project plans, bringing together teams to achieve project goals, guiding digital problem solving, being experts communicator, demonstrating strong organizational skills, providing leadership throughout the project life cycle. Pardon my two at the end of the life cycle. I excel in developing and maintaining project management standards, optimizing processes, and supporting project teams. My effective communication, organizational, and leadership skills enable me to drive successful project outcomes. With my knowledge and experience as an intern, I can confidently say I am an asset to whichever organization I work with. So here is the stakeholder analysis I created as part of the task given to us by Ayo. Here's the stakeholders map. Here's the project brief I did. This is the continuation. This is it. And this is the change control process we all did in class. This wasn't the task given to us. It was what we all did together. And this is the Gantt chart we also did together. And this, I also did a presentation on the brilliant project manager. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't add it to this slides. So yeah, my Chattan's, my questions on Chattan. That I screenshot. Yeah, and yeah, these are some of the things I learned during the course of the training, which I just did a screenshot here. And this is the project mandate that Ayo gave to us that we used in producing our project brief, which I showed earlier. And this is, pardon me, this is the RECI matrix template that we used for our RECI template. I'm sorry, I didn't add the one I did myself to this slide. And these are all other things that we did during the training. So they're just screenshots. There are lots of them. I don't know if I should go to the end because there are quite a number. So every other screenshot you're seeing are all, this is the click up chart we did together in our last class. And also this, so the rest are just things we learned together in class. Thank you.
What? Can you hear me?
Yes, I finished my training. I'm free now.
Yeah, I'm finished.
I'm free. Yeah, this
Hello.
I'm free.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Oluwatemilorun Feishayo, a project manager, and this is my end of program presentation. In this slides, I'm going to be covering the introduction, the elevator pitch, as well. The introduction is actually what I'm doing now, the elevator pitch, blog presentations, and the class tasks. Yeah, this is a brief summary of my professional background. I'm a dynamic and result-driven project manager with over 10 years of extensive experience in the financial sector, proven track record of successfully leading and delivering high-profile projects, including the implementation of complex financial systems, regulatory compliance initiatives, and customer relationship management platforms. My experience across the banking sector, specifically started with the customer service experience. I'm a professional financial analyst. My background is also in specialization of risk analyst before leading the project management and strategic initiatives in the financial sector as well. One of the pivotal moments in my career was leading a particular project in the bank by coming up with a product specifically for people in the market, trying to meet their needs in ensuring that we sell out a product that is able to capture their interest. Also, from that experience, which has exposed me to the leadership and team development. In my role as a leader, I had the opportunity to lead and mentor diversity of professionals, fostering and collaborative and inclusive work environment was my priority for me. And I'm proud to be a success in that team. My skills are, in the course of this project management journey, is I've been able to elaborate more on team collaboration, time management, technical proficiency in the project management tools like Azure DevOps, the project, Microsoft Projects, Jira, Visio, and recently the ClickUp. Also, I've been able to enhance more skills in budget management, risk management, effective communication. Yeah, this is a screenshot of my work on the Chatham platform, the blog. I was able to present on the platform about 14 posts. One of them is the work breakdown structure, the scope creep, resource allocation and capacity planning in terms of my role as a project manager, managing project timeline. I think I also talked about risk management, the success, how to determine the success of a project, how to create MS projects, frameworks that are available in terms of the project management methodologies, project charter and its significance. If you are having challenges in setting up a Microsoft project tool, the step-by-step approach you can adopt is also on the platform.
1 minute left.
Okay, let me quickly go to the class tasks. In course of the class, I've been able to develop more on the project management, how to effectively manage a project using different tools, also the road mapping in terms of creating a REXI mapping, also how to create a stakeholder register, Visio in designing our process map, project planning using the MS projects. We also we read about a book, Success to be a Brilliant Project Manager. The summary is there as well. Yeah. This is the project brief, example of the recent matrix, example of the stakeholder register. This is a screenshot.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Oluwatold Madesho. I'm a graduate of computer science from the University of Leicester. I'm equipped with strong communication and interpersonal skills that has enabled me to build effective relationships with all levels of staff and stakeholders. My academic background has provided me with a solid foundation in various aspects of computer science. My practical experience has honed my ability to lead project teams and ensure the project finishes on time. In my previous role, I was responsible for managing and coordinating the end-to-end project lifecycle activities, directly liaising with clients to ensure that needs were met and their expectations exceeded. I'm now seeking to expand my experience by taking on a new and challenging position. I'm confident that my skills, particularly in project management and client coordination, will be valuable to your team. I'm eager to bring my proven track record of successful project leadership and my ability to communicate effectively to your organization, where I'm sure I'll be an asset. Next on, I'll be moving to what I did on Chatterns. So this year is out. I wrote a blog about the favorite tool I want to set up, which was Microsoft Projects, and it tells you how to set it up on your computer. I also wrote about the significance of a project chart. The project chart is there because it shows the timeline and also shows the tasks and dependencies. It allows people to see the project schedule and enable them to track the progress of what they're working on. Also wrote about what makes a project successful and it can be measured. A project can be successful by when it has been completed on time and when it's within budget. Also talked about my role as a PM in risk management. So in risk management, the PM is very responsible for identifying the risk by analyzing the project and consulting with the stakeholders. Also talked about what project script was on Chatterns. And project script happens when changes are made to the project scope without any control procedures like change requests. This would then affect the project schedule and budgets, the cost, the resource allocation, and might make the time scale, and can comprise the milestones and the goal of the project. I also talked about work down structure. A work breakdown structure is a fundamental part of project management that breaks down the project into smaller and more manageable components, which makes sure that people understand what they're supposed to do in their task. Next, I wrote about resource allocation and capacity planning. As a PM, my role in resource allocation and capacity planning is to define the type of quantity of resource needed, like the people, the equipment, and the material. This is done by assessing the availability and capabilities of the resources to make sure that the project demands have been met. Then here's just talking about how to manage the project timeline. So this is a continuation of how to manage the project timeline. And so with this as well, you can read all about this on my Chatterns. So I'll be switching to my Word document. So again, I'll be talking about all the tasks I've done during my 3-month stay in this internship. So during sprint 1, we're told to create a brief. We're given the task of creating a project brief. We got most of the information for the project brief from the project mandate that our trainer gave to us, with Ayo. Also during sprint 1 as well, we create a RACI, and you can see the screenshot of the RACI here. We have to assign people based on their responsibility, their accountability, who they consult and who they informed. In sprint 2, we're told to create a stakeholder analysis, and we have to do this based on power and influence. In sprint 3, I was the project lead of sprint 3, and during sprint 3, I had to take the attendance. And once I took the attendance, I gave them to the DA so they can make it more visible. Also during sprint 3, I reached out to the BAs and created a roadmap for our long range project. During sprint 3 as well, during one of our trainings, we were told how to create a project schedule, and that also continued in sprint 4. Some of the other tasks I did during my time was we read the book called Brilliant Project Management, and for each sprint, we had to do a presentation of what we learned from the Brilliant Project Management. Thank you. That's all.
Progress. Hello everyone. My name is Omomi Adele, and I'll be presenting my end of program report on tasks that I completed. And first, I would like to say thank you to Blue Sky Citadel for this 3-month internship training program. And I'll be sharing my slide. Okay, so this is my professional summary. My name is Omomi. I am an highly motivated, well-organized project manager with passion for creating work plans and project schedules and experience in the NHS and customer service roles. I have the relevant skills and experience required to meet the expected targets and be a huge success. This role also presents good opportunity for me to develop my skills further. I specialize in administration, particularly executive support and high-level project management. And I specialize in using Microsoft projects in creating detailed project plans that include timelines, resource allocations, and task dependencies, monitoring progress and identifying bottlenecks, adjust project plans to keep everything on track and to provide stakeholders with real-time updates, ensuring transparency and informed decision making. I also I'm also skilled in utilizing Visio to streamline project management processes, to ensure clear communication among all stakeholders by simplifying complex ideas. Sorry, can you hear me? And also
Yes,
to
we can.
develop, okay, and also to develop clear and precise diagrams such as process flows and organizational charts to facilitate a better understanding of project structures and processes. And these are my strengths, which is strong communication, leadership, enhancing team collaboration, driving successful project outcomes, and I am passionate about optimizing project flows, delivering high quality results that exceed expectation. I have consistently been able to identify potential risks and also problems that can arise in every task I undertake and plan adequately to mitigate the problems. I have proven ability to work well under pressure and delivering quality results. I visualize that my experience, education, skills, and attributes have all positioned and equipped me for this role, and I'm really excited about it. And these are the screenshots of the questions and blogs I posted on Chattens and on, sorry, how to set up and use Visio, how to set up project timeline and its terminologies, how to set up project timeline and its terminologies, what project charter and its significance in project management, and steps to set up a project timeline. So these are I'll just run through them, which is approach to project management, on how to use and set up Visio, scope creep in project management, definition of work breakdown structure. I have them. I've already submitted this, and it's on my chat and page. So let me just run through them because of time. So risk management and risk response planning.
1 minute left.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me go back. Sorry. Let me go back quickly. Yes. So this is one of the tasks that I completed during the PM training using MS Project during our class with IO. And this is also a task I completed using Visio, which is the trim development process. And this is the project mandate that the project we had during our session with IO, which he was the originator, Deji was the sponsor, and this is the project brief I completed on Project Legacy. Yeah, the project brief, constraints and assumption. This is race metrics I completed on Project Legacy. This is the stakeholders register I created on Project Legacy. And this is the description of the SharePoint project for Team Agile. This is the overview. The Team Agile overview. And this is during the retrospective on SharePoint project, things that went well. Let me just scroll down and task completed on career development. Yeah, this is the active team members when I was a team lead. So I had to do some tasks that Ayo and Deji requested. These are the tools I used, and also on Brilliant project management book that we used. We usually present weekly on 2 chapters. So this is a screenshot of what I presented. Thank you very much. Sorry for taking your time. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to be presenting my profile statement and also the screenshots of my blogs on Chattans. So if Deji were to be an interviewer, this would be my elevator pitch. So that's the summary there. So I'm Rachel Akinwale, and I have a cocktail of experience in HR across telecommunications, financial services, software development, and IT services and consulting services. So I began my career as an HR operations associate, then to an HR generalist role. Also, next was a talent acquisition partner across EMEA. And in all of these roles, I was involved in end-to-end employee lifecycle. I sourced and hired senior leadership tech talents across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. I also managed several HR projects, which includes initiatives for talent attraction, employee engagement, ID&E, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the implementation of various HR systems. So my experience in HR paved the way for my current role as an HR project manager. And in this role, I work with HR teams, I work with business management teams, I work with project managers, I work with software engineers and quality assurance specialists to plan, to oversee, and also to manage various HR-related projects. And also ensuring effective alignment, timely planning, execution, and delivery of the people plan across EMEA for my organization. My expertise includes leading cross-functional and international project teams and effectively influencing stakeholders at every organizational level. I'm proficient in agile methodologies, in change management, and implementing people plans that align with business objectives. I'm skilled in using project management tools like MS Project, like Jira, like Asana, Visio. I'm also proficient with ATS, that's applicant tracking system, and HR information system platforms such as I've used Workday, I've used PeopleSoft, I've used Hire, Beamery, iSIMS, and GitHub. I'm also experienced using recruitment tools like LinkedIn Recruiter, Hire Easy. I also have a solid grasp of data analytics. I currently use QuickSight and Excel, of course, and also scheduling tools like Outlook, Prelude, and collaboration tools like Slack, Chime, Miro, Azure DevOps, and Microsoft 365. I would say that my journey as an HR project manager has been a continuous process of learning, of growth, and making impactful contributions to organizational excellence. Lastly, about me is that I'm endorsed as a global talent by the UK government for my role in managing projects that identify, engage, and manage tech talents contributing to the UK digital technology ecosystem. So that's all about myself, or about that's the end of my pitch. So in the following slides, can you just go to the chat on slides? In the following slides, you'll find documentation of my blog contributions on Chattans, where I wrote on various topics related to project management methodologies, to tools and practices. I wrote on how to set up MS Project, I wrote on Scope Script, I wrote on Agile methodology, on Prince2 methodology, and lots more. So each of these blogs aims to provide valuable
1
knowledge.
minute left.
Okay, thank you. Each of the blogs I wrote aims to provide valuable knowledge and actionable advice for project managers looking to enhance their skills and their project outcomes. So in order to avoid duplication, all the screenshots of my tasks are well documented in the end of program report that I submitted. Thank you so much. It's just